So today we're going to go over smart campaigns within kvCORE. And those are found within Marketing Autopilot. Smart campaigns are ways you can touch your leads with automated emails, text, and scheduled calls. You can create campaigns or design your own. You can use the created ones that kvCORE has done for you or design your own. They've created hundreds of templates that you can use to put into these campaigns. Or you can also create your own templates to kind of make them more personalized. And you can trigger leads to automatically join your smart campaigns. That could be based on their status, their hashtag, or their source, etc. And we might also touch on different ways to create templates within kvCORE and within ways you can put those into your smart campaigns using the advanced email editor. So let's get started. So you'll start out by going to your kvCORE platform. And then you're going to go into Marketing Autopilot. You're going to click on Smart Campaigns. And here, the first screen you're taken to is kvCORE's Smart Campaigns library. So all of these default ones are campaigns that kvCORE has created for you. So you can have activate or deactivate these. You can also edit them if you'd like. But let's first click on one. So this is a default new lead for buyers, buyer lead campaign. So a campaign is it's basically a schedule of automated touch points for your leads. Let me just hide this. As you can see here, it's when a lead is added to this campaign, you can see kind of the scheduled bits of content and touch points that they will receive. Now, this is a default campaign that kvCORE has created, and it can you can activate it or deactivate it or edit it any way you'd like. So this campaign is made up of different bits of content within email templates, text message templates that kvCORE has created for you, and those all live here in the templates tab. So as you can see here, there's post, call, email, and all different kinds of messages. 1 month post call, with the subject celebrate. So all of these, you see there's 103 templates in here that kvCORE has created. A couple of those have been ones that I've made. So there's a little bit less than 103. But anyway, all of these bits of content make up the default campaigns. Now, let's say you want to activate this new lead buyer campaign that kvCORE has, but you want to adjust it to kind of have a little bit more control over it. So what you would do is you click this green clone button, and all that does is it duplicates the a clone. So kvCORE won't allow you to edit their default campaigns, but you can duplicate them and then edit your own duplicate. So this default new buyer campaign will remain unchanged, but if you were to clone it or duplicate it, then you can kind of customize it to how you'd like it. So it'll bring you up to this campaign options, the campaign settings box. And what this does is it just kind of has all the information on what will trigger a new lead to join this campaign. So right now, when a lead status is that they are new, is when they will be added to this campaign. And of course, when they're so new lead buyers. Now, what you could also do is you can add a trigger, and you could do it for anything. Email, hashtag, like you could say, like if you want to create a campaign for new buyer leads in just one particular area, like Lancaster or Cheektowaga, any place that you have buyer leads tagged, you can also add that to make this even a more specific campaign. So you can set up several different campaigns using very specific bits of hashtags, or you might just want one general one that goes out to all buyers, all new lead buyers. And then you can leave it like that if you'd like. But there's just there's a lot of different options that you can choose from. Okay, so we'll move on. Yep, we definitely want this for buyers. And then here's just some details. You can adjust the name of it. So let's just say, like, we don't want it to just be copy. We want to just make this our new buyer lead campaign. And then a description. This is obviously their description is the default, but it's not going to be default because it's the one that we are going to be customizing. So we can name it something like new buyer customize, or whatever is the best way for you to kind of know exactly which one is your campaign. Then we have our options. Do you want to always run, so leads are automatically added to it? That would be yes or no, depending on your preference, but we can leave it on. And then locked or unlocked. Locked would be, do we want to lock it up so we can't really edit it as we go, or should we leave it unlocked? I think my guess would be to leave it unlocked. Then we can kind of edit it continually. Moving on, review it, see if anything looks okay. This undefined tag, I want to check that out. Everything looks okay. Okay, so we're going to clone our campaign. And then it'll bring it right to our campaign. So again, we cloned it. So that means that we kept all of the same actions as the default campaign. And so now what we can do is we can go in and we can say, we can like adjust this. We might say, we don't want to call immediately. So we're gonna take that out. And then we'll look and say, okay, so the first touch point they're gonna get is a text from us. Let's see what that is. So we want to edit that. And right now they're going to get the buyer's first interaction text from us. And we can change it or add one of these other campaigns, or I'm sorry, one of these other text templates. Or we can go into our templates tab like we saw earlier and create our own. But here's where you can do your customization. You can edit, take out. You might say like, okay, on day 4, there's nothing that's going out from us. I want to add an action. So I want to send them an email on our 4th day. I'll call it something, choose the template from us to them. We'll choose, said day 4, and then we'll just add it to that. So this is your campaign, and you'll want to activate it. Right now, we see we have it on always run. Either leave it activated or deactivate it. You can always edit it too here. Now, as I was just talking about a second ago about the templates, let's look at that closely now. So you click on the templates button right next to your campaign library. Be careful. Sometimes if you're scrolled down a little bit, it'll be hidden. So make sure your scroll bar here is all the way to the top, and then you'll see it. That's a little trick I learned when I freaked out once that it disappeared. Anyway, here's where all of our templates live. Kind of like the campaigns, you cannot directly edit one of the default templates, but you can clone them. So this first post call email, I'm going to click on clone, and here's the content of that email. And let's say I want to change it to make it sound like it's coming from me. You know, I would change something like, I see you're interested in buying a home. I just wanted to add that little bit. And I would have it include my signature, my email signature. Clone the template. Oh, I have to have the subject. Something like hello. So then there it is. So there's it. I kept the post call email copy name, and I have a new signature or subject here. And then now that I have that, I can go back into my campaign library. I can find my new buyer campaign that I just created right here. And I can add that oops. I can find that template that I just created. I can view it. See, this is what I just typed last time. And I can set it to, oops, whenever I want it. It would probably be earlier because it's the initial email, but then I can add it right there. So there it is. And so I can get rid of this first email buyer that they had because I wanted to change that, obviously. So there it is. And so this is how you customize it. And it does take some time to set up campaigns and to make them, you know, make them exactly how you want them. It will take some time to kind of go through this and see, kind of create plans on how much you want to touch these leads. But once you have them up and running, as we said earlier, when we have this activated, as we saw earlier, it'll be automatically, every time you get a new buyer lead, they'll automatically be added to this campaign and you won't have to do anything. Like it's the marketing autopilot is a great name for this section of kvCORE. Now, what else you can do once you have campaigns that you really like and you've created, you customize a lot of templates, you've thrown them in here, and you've set it, and you enjoy kind of how it is, you can go back into your campaigns and you can continue to clone your campaigns. So you can go back into your new buyer lead campaign that we were just at, and you can clone it again. And you can change it to add a trigger for like an area. When the hashtag is, we'll say Lancaster. Okay, so new buyer leads in Lancaster is this going to be this new campaign. So we're going to say new buyer lead campaign Lancaster. New buyer, we'll say Lancaster, so we know. Now we can just take this already created campaign and we can just tweak it a little bit with with our templates, we can go in and just reword things to attract to the Lancaster area. So if you have someone that you know has come in either through an open house or from a property boost or any way that you know a particular area that someone is interested in, you can have them added to these campaigns with the areas that they are interested in, and then you're sending them relevant content. So you can create and clone templates that are worded toward Lancaster folks. And you can obviously do that for everywhere in our area. But once you create campaigns, you can continue to clone them. You can continue to edit them and tweak them and make sure that you're sending only relevant content to particular groups of leads. So that's just another like strategy with smart campaigns. Now another part of these campaigns, as you notice, is calls. And unlike the texts and emails, which obviously will be sent on their own, kvCORE won't call anyone for you. All this is kind of a suggestion, and the way that you hold yourself accountable for these calls is within your dashboard. So let's say we have this campaign activated. It's our second. We have a lead who's on their second day within the campaign. So in the morning when we log in, we are going to see this populate with a call that's due today. And so the way you do that is you would call that particular lead. So you call your lead, and you can do that either right from your desktop here or from the kvCORE dialer app. And as we said last time, the way you'd call from your desktop is you just touch the number, you click on the number, you'll get a call to your phone from our Google Smart number, and then once you answer that call, you'll be directed right to your lead, your lead, and they'll get a call right from you. And then once you speak to them, whether you speak to them or you leave a voicemail, you can leave a note, and kvCORE will know that you've made your call for the day. But that's how that part in your dashboard will populate, is when you have smart campaigns set up, and it'll know when you have calls due for that day. So do we have any questions about, our smart campaigns? You can feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'll give you a second. Okay, so now I will touch a little bit on the advanced email editor. That is in our templates button. And as we've said, you create your templates here, your email and your text templates. You have all of these default kvCORE options, and you can clone them or you can add new ones. And those could be added to campaigns or sent off as one-offs to particular groups of leads. But to create kind of a sharp-looking email, you can go into obviously into your templates, click email, and do a new email template. And you can name it whatever you want, but you want to click this advanced email editor option right here in your email message editor. And what this does is it gives you the option to add images and link to buttons. You can embed videos, and you can promote listings using something called dynamic content. But let's say you want to just promote yourself. You can throw a whole bunch of images in here. You can write text. But it gives you a lot more options to work with than just the plain text basic editor. So these are really sharp and really nice for sending out. They look really attractive, especially for initial touches with leads. If you want to promote your social media, you can throw that in there too. Oh, it didn't stick. There we go. You can link to your Facebook, to your Twitter, Instagram. You can even add new icons if you want to get even more specific. Google Plus, YouTube, Snapchat, anything like that. Now, the dynamic content is probably not something you would use for smart campaigns, but it's a really good tool for promoting listings. So what you can do is you can take this piece of dynamic content and throw it into this template. I'm sorry, throw it into this blank template. And what will happen is a box for the MLS ID will appear here. Now this box can do, they call it dynamic because it can do so many different things. And those options are all here. Schedule showing, view a listing, promote yourself, triple image collage, the agent photo, main image listing. So basically what this means is you could take many different boxes of dynamic content and stack them on top of each other like this. Of course, they're all right now saying schedule showing, but we would change that. So you can make this box the agent header. Then you can make this one the main listing image. You can make this one 3 photos from the listing, and then this could be your scheduled showing. And then what will happen is whenever you put in the MLS ID here, all of these boxes will automatically populate with the MLS information. Now, what's also cool about this is you can use merge tags to further make your templates even more specific. So you could say like hello, and then throw in a merge tag. Say hello, first name. Throw in another text box below. Say like check out this new listing in, and you can throw a merge tag in there. That's location in, oh, I'm sorry, not lead location. In let's say, we'll probably change this to show this listing at that is going for, you can put in the listing price. It has the listing beds and the bathrooms. Then you can say something like, call me for, click below to schedule a showing. As you can see, we've got our schedule showing button. Now we could also throw in another text box in here and use a merge tag that has the description. So what they'll see here, they'll see, you know, a personalized message to themselves from us with all this information that will automatically populate because we have the MLS number. It'll have the description, and then it'll have all this stuff will kind of appear. Now we'll probably want our header to go above the message. Now that we're kind of completing this, we'll probably want the listing description to go right below the main image. But after that, we're gonna have a pretty sharp looking email. So we're gonna have 3 photos of the listing, the main image, the description, and all this automatically populated information. And then we have schedule showing. Is there anything else we could probably add? Maybe similar properties if you'd like. If not, then you're all set. What you would do is you would name this like listing promotion. Obviously, you want it to be for yourself. You make the subject like check out this new listing or something like that. You'd leave this blank if you're just creating a template, but you can add this template. You can save it. Oh, you probably have to do at least one of these to be a listing ID. But you'd save this as a template, and then you can continue to come in and clone it and do this for every single new listing you have for the rest of forever. So that's a cool feature about this. Is you can create templates and use them many, many times. So that's that. I'm going to close out of this, not save it. Then you'll also see when you create templates, you can add them to campaigns as we showed earlier, but you can also use email templates to send out in this scheduled mass email button. If you wanted to schedule just a one-off email to a particular group of leads, so like leads with a particular hashtag or leads with a particular status, like all of your prospects or new leads, your sphere, you could import one of the templates here. So you have all the templates in here. Now, something that I mentioned the last webinar, but we'll reiterate, any of the email templates that have this little pencil are done in the basic editor. So you'll see this. This is the basic one. Any of them done with the squares here are done in the advanced editor. So you can send this off. You can import your templates here. So that's a place where it's another way you can get more use out of your created templates. And then you can also go into your smart CRM. Let me just filter real quick and put out my folks. As I mentioned, I'm an administrator here, so I've got a little bit of a different scope on my access here. So let's say I want to send out an email to all of my leads. Of course, these are just 3 examples that I've made. You can go to mass email, and then you can throw in a template. So that's just one more different little bit of life you can get out of your emails. Are there any questions before I kind of wrap this up a little bit? I will say, just to reiterate, this stuff does take time. It takes time to build campaigns. It takes time to build templates. It takes time to create content and have it preloaded and sent out. But once you do create this and you do customize it, and you have it set to run on its own, it'll save you so much time. You won't have to think about constantly sending stuff out to your sphere and to all your different types of leads. And when you get really, really good at this stuff, and you have templates for content, and you have campaigns set up that you really like, you can continue to clone them, tweak them a little bit, and have them go out, and you can send all of your leads really, really relevant content that they will appreciate. It's just another way to hopefully boost your conversion rate by sending them stuff that they'll really enjoy, that they'll like, and you're not just spamming them with useless information. So this is a good way. kvCORE is a good way to keep your leads organized, and then once you have those leads organized, you can add them, and you can add them and have them triggered to go into these smart campaigns so that they continue to stay interested in keeping in touch with you. So thanks guys for tuning in. As always, I will post this to our Metro YouTube page, share the link, and if you have any questions, please shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'm happy to sit with you one-on-one, and we'll go through this, and we can start looking into jump-starting these campaigns. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye.